Okay, you gonna be a good girl? You gonna stay right here while mommy make a video?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Alright, deal. Hi guys, it's Rachel G. I make thin hair solution videos every single Wednesday. I have my baby in my arm, which is why I'm kind of just rocking back and forth. I'm just trying to soothe her. I really wanted to make this video today because I just thought it was so important. A lot of people just kind of say, hey, what do I do? Like, I've had thin hair my entire life, and I've tried this and this, and like you know, so I just kind of want to put my 2 cents in. I am not a doctor by any means, and but I do have some things to say that I feel like that are game changers. They're things that people need to know about. The first one is a micronutrient test. And a lot of people say, oh, you know, just take biotin or just take vitamin E, or they'll say something really specific, and that's because they're deficient in it. You may not be deficient in that, so I don't want you spending so much money on vitamins that you may not need at all. So the difference between a blood test and a micronutrients test is that it doesn't test what's in your blood. It actually tests what's in your cell. So it's actually checking what's absorbed into your body, and that's the difference. And also it analyzes your white blood cells, which gives you the most accurate analysis of what your body is deficient in. So I would highly request that, you know, as your first step into like what you should do if you have thin hair. Besides obviously seeing a doctor and making sure that you're like physically okay? So my second tip is to really become a label reader. I am a label reader, and they have gotten so sneaky when it comes to like labeling things. For example, I like the name of the company would be like organic fresh food or something like that, but that's just the name of it. It's not actually organic. That's just the name, and they could do that. So you have to actually turn around and read the fine print and make sure it says organic this, organic oil, and it's really kind of hard to do, especially if you shop on like Amazon, because you know you may not get that option to read the labels in the back. Okay, so one of the things that has gotten me that I've only found out about this year was the word fragrance. Fragrance, I've always just thought it meant, oh, it's just something that they put in to make it smell good. But in actuality, it's actually a loophole. So, hey, you gotta sit still, chicken. I'm making a video. So it is actually a loophole. So they could have like 100 different products labeled fragrance, not just one product. They could have like a combination of ingredients that is under fragrance. And the thing about that is, the problem with that is that they are FDA guidelines, right? But under the fragrance, it's a loophole. So they don't have to abide by the FDA standards. So there is a documentary called Stink, Stink, and it's on YouTube. I'm gonna probably link it below. The problem that I have with this is that if they are putting some wonderful product in like biotin or vitamin E, they would want it on their ingredients because you're going to be paying more money for that. Unfortunately, I think that it is products that we don't want to know about, that we don't want to put in our hair, that is being, you know, hidden under the word fragrance in our hair products. So it's just something to be aware of, you know. Like I said, I just figured this out this year, like, and I've been using products my entire life. So yeah. My third tip, I know, just don't hate me, but it is food. But I'm going to go one level under that and talk about the quality of your food for a second. It took me I never learned about hybrid products until recently. So I got into it because my husband, when he moved down to Pennsylvania, and he got his place, and I was living with my sister. And when he got his place, I remember going shopping and buying this bag of apples from Walmart, right? And 6 months later, we get married, and I move in, right? And I see a bag of apples, and I'm like, honey, did you buy apples? And he's like, no. And he's like, you know, I totally forgot about it because I left it on top of the fridge, and he just didn't see it, I guess. But it was there for 6 months, and you guys, it looked like perfectly crisp red apples. And I just thought, that's not right. Like, something is not right with this picture. You know, there's no way that a bag of apples is sitting here for 6 months straight and like it's perfect. When I mean it's perfect, I mean it doesn't look a day old. Like, it looks like the day I bought it from the grocery store. And that's when I started looking into hybrid products, and I've learned about Monsanto, and I've learned about how these, I mean, it's so bad for you guys. You're eating like a bowl of salad thinking that you're eating something healthy, and it's, you know, causing cancer and tumors, and it's like terrible. You might as well be eating like a cheeseburger. So that's the first layer. You know, it's like you need, like, food is medicine. It is real life medicine, and if you're deprived of it, you know, how are you going to function? You know, food is fuel for your body to do the things that it needs to do. And if your skin and your hair and your nails look deficient, then I would suggest that going and looking into your food source first. And even like going to the grocery store, when we buy lettuce at the grocery store, it is like light green and it doesn't taste bitter. Versus when I buy lettuce at like the Amish stands where it's homegrown, it is bitter because it's packed full of nutrients. And that's a huge, huge difference. So I want to take that a step further into talking about food combinations. This is really important because I didn't know this, and I've done this for like 5 years straight. My favorite breakfast food, and it was like a staple for me every single morning, was bananas with milk and spinach. And because I was anemic, and that means I was low in iron, I was like, this is so good. I'm having spinach every single morning. And you know, I thought that that was helping me, but the problem with my combination was that milk actually stops the absorption of iron. So, you know, pay attention to the quality of your food and also the food combinations, because you might be eating something that's good for you, but then eating something that's taking away from the thing you just ate. So, I mean, I didn't know that, and I hope it helps. I know everyone just goes off on you need to eat healthy, but trust me, you'll get there. Like if you don't spend the money eating healthy, you're gonna spend the money taking the medications. I'm just saying, like, don't be mad at me. So that was my third tip. My fourth tip is water quality. So there's two things you could do about this, and the first thing is to actually test your water, and the second thing is to get a water filter for your shower. So there's so many things that could be in your water, especially my water, because I have well water. So I don't have water from the city, I have water from a well. There's so many things: calcium, iron, heavy metals, chlorine, pathogens, lead, so many things that is really, really, really not good for your hair or your skin. And your skin is like an organ, so it's going to absorb all that stuff up. There's just something to look into. You know, if you're putting in all these wonderful products in your hair, it's probably going to be canceled out by the water quality. So it's just something to look into. My last tip is scalp health. And a lot of people say, I'm putting this oil in my hair and that food in my hair, and they're just putting so much stuff in their hair. The problem with putting a lot of stuff and product in your hair is that you also have to wash your hair. And the problem with washing your hair too frequently, because you're putting in too much stuff in your hair frequently, is that your hair isn't producing your natural hair oil. So, you know, there's so many different types of oils that we all are putting in our hair, and you know, every single company is like, this is the best product for your hair and it's gonna help your hair and all that. But I honestly think the best product for your hair is your natural hair oil. Like, really, it is your natural hair oil. So it's made for your hair, your body is producing it for your hair. I just think that you need to not put that much product in your hair, so you're not washing your hair so consistently, so that you can have the oil in your hair. I really appreciate all of your support, all of your your shares, your comments. I really appreciate it. I know that you could be doing something better with your time. So thank you so much for all of your support. I really, really can't tell you how much it really means to me. I try to make videos on thin hair solutions every single Wednesday. So yeah, I'll see you next Wednesday, guys. Bye.